If you were to ask 10 different deer hunters to describe their definitions of success, you're probably going to get a lot of different answers. To me, success isn't measured by the size of the animal, but by the tracks you leave for others to follow. Now, what I mean by that is the values, the stewardship, and the wildlife management practices that you instill into others are way more important than any trophy on the wall. You know, sitting in a deer stand, taking in a breath of cold air on an October morning and truly realizing what it took to get you there at that point in time, that's success.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another hunt brought to you by Northern Wisconsin Outdoor Adventures. It is October 11th, a little after 5 p.m., and I'm back up. Actually, I'm back down in the White Cedar Swamp river bottom stand that we set up during this summer in hopes that this is where the big bucks are moving, and we've been missing them all these years. Yesterday evening, I sat the oak tree stand. I saw one fawn, that's it. This morning, it was very cold, almost under 30 degrees, just about 30 degrees. I came right here in this stand, and I saw that same spike buck, fork pointer, however you want to call him, that I saw in my previous video. He came in after I used a few can calls, gave a couple doe bleats. I tried to get something going, it worked. Wish it would have brought in a bigger buck, but what can you do? After reviewing our trail camera pictures over the past 2 weeks, we actually have our first buck that I would consider shooting if he would come in. He's a nice 8-pointer, but he's missing his brow tines, so he's not actually an 8. He's a 6-point buck with no brow tines. Pretty good body on him. Looks to be somewhat young yet, but I would say maybe 3.5. We'll see. But it's good to see that those type of bucks are starting to move. Like I said, October 11th, the rut on its way, and we're down in the White Cedar Swamp river bottom, hoping for some late evening action. Let's do it, folks.
Well, I was asking for some action, and before long, I got what I asked for. Just as I was sending a text to my dad, who was hunting on the other end of the property, I noticed something odd moving behind some brush, so I grabbed the camera and started rolling. It didn't take me long to realize this particular creature was not a deer. It was a black bear. The young bear slowly rambled into sight and made his way through the cedars toward a few apples I had put in my shooting lane. For about 15 minutes, the little guy munched right through the apples, sluggishly checking his surroundings from time to time. He even decided to make himself at home by laying down right in front of me. But the action really started to heat up when he decided to leave. Before I knew it, the bear was directly under my tree stand. He got so close that it actually sniffed the ladder leaning up against my tree. To me, what happened next was simply amazing. I did my best to keep the camera in focus as the bear slowly made his way to the riverbank. Luckily, my camera came into focus just in time, to capture the bear, enter the water, and begin swimming across to the other side.
Well, folks, we just had an encounter of a different type that we were not expecting tonight. It was a pretty small black bear, but still, I wish I could have got it all. I tried to get it all. This little cub was eating my apples and sugar beets, and he walked directly underneath my stand. He sniffed my ladder to get up to the tree. Then he walked down the trail and swam across the river. He just jumped onto the other bank. I can still see him over there. I think I got him in the water on film. I hope so, because that was pretty neat. I've never seen that. That's actually the first black bear I've seen while hunting. We see plenty of them on trail camera pictures, but that was pretty cool. Now, on the other hand, I think I might have discovered what I thought might be happening. Our land here in the North Woods has a pretty substantial predator population, including coyotes and black bears. And it's not really what you want to see while you're deer hunting. It's still early. Hopefully some deer move in, but that's definitely a reason why mature bucks that are pretty smart are staying away from our area. The sooner those guys get in the den and the faster we get rid of the coyotes, the better.
That evening didn't produce any more sightings, but the following morning I was right back up in the stand and had an encounter with a group of does. Due to their slightly cautious behavior, I thought another deer may be hanging back out of sight in the cedars, but after 20 minutes of waiting, nothing else showed up. The deer got their breakfast and left in the same direction they came in. And with that, my weekend hunt was over. As I walked back to my four-wheeler parked on top of the hill, I couldn't help but take in the riverside scenery and reflect on my October experience.
Well, that brings me to the end of my October bow hunt for this year's bow season. You know, we didn't come away harvesting a buck, but we had some pretty great encounters. That bear that I saw last night was pretty awesome. Not sure if I'm ever going to get to see something as cool as that again. That is until I get a license to be able to hunt those guys. But this morning I saw 4 deer, 3 does, and 1 fawn. It was very cool, very cold. Would have been a perfect morning for the bucks to be moving, but it just wasn't the case. The next time I'm going to be up in the North Woods, it's going to be the month that every bow hunter and deer hunter waits for, and that's November. The bucks are definitely going to be searching for does to breed when the peak of the rut comes around, and you can bet that I'm going to be up in the stand and I'm going to be doing whatever it takes to get a big buck down, because I've been waiting way too long, folks, and it's about time. So stay tuned for my November Wisconsin bow hunting when the rut begins.